r/AskReddit by Reddit tells. What's your most NSFW school experience? In college, I went to cooking school. They bunched my class with another class for a demo to break down a full cow during our butchery course. At one point, the instructor showed us a place where the muscles of the cow opened up and said if any of us ever wanted to be a gynecologist instead of a chef, we should go up and put our fingers in that hole because it felt like a vag. Not a single student stood up. We all just kinda sat there, looking utterly mortified. We didn't get it then, but after working as a butcher's apprentice for 5 years I know that butchers in general are the most vulgar people you will ever meet, and that instructor was tame. We had a girl who used to go into the last stall in the boys' toilets and fuck in exchange for cigarettes. When a bunch of people got her pissed she got busted, along with 10 or so guys. It was forever known as the smoke for a poke affair. First grade. Thought it was a fart and let it out silently, couldn't hold it in anymore. Cute kids smelling it and going ooh who farted and laughing. I just kept my head down and continued my work. As I shift in my seat, my pants feel squishy. It definitely wasn't a fart. Slowly realizing I couldn't keep sitting in the clothes I just shat in, I directly told the teacher and got help from a custodian to help clean me up. I think that was the most confident I'd ever been in my life. Like miss, I think I just pooped in my pants. My mom had to come pick me up after, and I have a good laugh about it now. My English teacher once turned on the projector to an incredibly detailed image of a woman getting pounded in the ass. Turns out that the projector had crashed and frozen on a previous input and he hadn't noticed until it was too late. Once in 9th or 10th grade a friend of mine was caught masturbating in the toilet. The problem is, not just him. He was there with 6 boys masturbating. Not me personally, but one of my high school teachers caught a couple having sex in the bathroom 2 years in a row. Same teacher, same couple, same bathroom. No, I don't know if it was the same stall. Peckett was white t-shirts. Had a sudden downpour. You can work out the rest. This happened to our class. Also me and my sister were the ones who got boobs really young, and our parents were the type who blamed us for it instead of, you know, letting us wear bras. So yeah, not a fun time. Also the pet teacher later got busted for having a huge amount of child porn. So yeah. At first I just thought it was my friend going to the bathroom every period, but turns out she was meeting a dude to blow him, same time, every day. This went on for weeks. She'd occasionally ask me, hey, is my hair okay? He was pulling it hard to brag, like I was jealous or something. I moved away, didn't see them for like a year, and went to a con with my old friend. She happened to be there. That's when I found out they were caught in the act and got expelled. I literally could not hold in my laughter to be polite. This girl one time in middle school got caught blowing this guy in the bathroom, so her mom came to the school and beat her with an umbrella right there in the hallway of the school. Was a TA during senior year. Teacher happened to be the girl's soccer coach. She asked me to take the uniform she had just washed, it was near the end of the year, to her office. She also mentioned her office was in the girl's locker room, so she told me to make sure no one was in there. I go, pick up the uniforms, and head to her office. Crack open the door and yell, asking if there was anybody in the locker room. No response. Do it again 2 more times. No response each time. Decide it's safe to proceed. After taking 5 steps into the room I turn my head to the right, and boom, room's full of half-naked girls changing PE kits. You could hear a pin drop for that half second it took anyone to realize what was going on. I ran to the office, dropped the uniforms, and took the closest exit to me. Had to explain to another of the PE teachers what happened. Got let off the hook, and told to not go in before checking again. The irony. It didn't happen to me directly, but my roommate was one of the emergency responders who was first on the scene. A guy living in one of the school dorms was on his way to class in the rain and I guess he was late, because rather than walk around a large, fenced area, he decided to climb over the fence and cut across that space as a shortcut. It was one of those fences with bars that are welded together, with spikes on top of the bars, that are bar bed at the tip, which was significant in this case. He evidently slipped and fell while he was on top of the fence, and as he went down he was impaled through his thigh. And because of the barb he couldn't lift himself off of it. Even without the barb, that would have been difficult. And as this wasn't a high traffic area, no one discovered him for a while, maybe 30 minutes or longer, by which time he'd lost a lot of blood and was passed out. The guy survived, but like it was minutes from being a fatality. My roommate was pretty fucked up for a while after dealing with that. I was going into the school on the first day of my teaching practicum. It was a vocational school in a rough neighborhood and most of the students were, let's say, behaviorally challenged. As I walked in, 2 police officers were leading a girl out of the school. She was in handcuffs. I mentioned the incident to my associate teacher when I got to her classroom. The teacher laughed and told me the story behind the arrest. It turns out that the girl was giving blowjobs in the back of the school bus for $10 a time. The bus driver had no idea what was happening. The teacher told me the reasons, that the administration realized something was happening and questioned one of the boys from the bus. The boy's attendance had greatly improved. The boys' hygiene had improved dramatically and they were suddenly a lot cleaner. I assume the girl demanded this. The girl was wearing better clothes and obviously buying items she previously could not afford. She also said that she thought the whole thing had been blown out of proportion. On a hot summer day, during PE, I was sweaty as F***ck and thought I'd go to the toilet to wash my face with cold water. When I got there I heard weird clapping noises coming from inside a cabin. Curious as I am, I took a peek over the door, holding myself up by pushing against a wall. I couldn't believe what I saw. 2 straight brothers giving each other repetitive high fives celebrating their straight bromance. Edit, with toilet I meant restroom. I don't wash my face in a toilet. In my mother language toilet means both the pot you piss in and restroom. Also thanks for all the upvotes. I don't have one personally, but in 10th grade 2 dudes were caught blowing each other in the empty hallway no one goes down, since it was school tradition that if you walk down that hallway you wouldn't graduate from the school. Those 2 guys didn't, since they transfer out. One was a no gay guy, and the other, believe it or not, had not only the same girlfriend since middle school, but also a baby. Then there was this senior grade couple just straight having sex in the bathroom, and it was very audible and a bunch of people just stood outside the bathroom listening until the staff came. To give you guys some background, I have been studying in a girls' school. I was in a debate lunch meeting with my teacher and fellow teammates. Only one of my teammates, my teacher, male, was in the room at that time. My teammates started eating, and I didn't bring food to eat. Then my teacher asked me why didn't I bring food, and I responded with that I was trying to lose fat. He joked about not wishing to see me starve to death. I laughed because it was just a little joke. I was so wrong. Because what happened was that he continued this joke and started talking about having to throw my corpse out the window. I stopped him for a while, telling him I feel like I'm listening to my kidnappers talking about how to kill me, to which he chuckled and continued talking about this. At last, I had enough and said, "What if I want to die then?" I was frowning and my tone was mad serious. He stopped talking for a while, then suddenly said, "That's easy. I'll take you to a nice restaurant, enjoy a spa, and give you vitamin pills every day, so that you're healthy and won't die." My teammate proceeded to gulp all her ice and avoid eye contact with the both of us before the others storm into the room. Edit, while he was talking about the throwing of my corpse, he also mentioned that he could threaten to kill me as he's my class teacher, and how the threat of death is a compelling one to cause one to action. So yeah. Well, this happened 2 weeks ago actually. What happened was someone caught these 2 kids that were in the special needs class having sex in the bathroom. I'm in high school, so this kind of thing spreads like wildfire. What the person did was they got a video of the kids having sex, which I think is just plain wrong, and started airdropping it to people on their iPhone. The biggest issue I have with this is that someone should have been keeping an eye on them considering their special needs. My school knows about this video going around, but they can't really stop it as people keep airdropping it. Someone else saves it, they airdrop it too, rinse and repeat. And it's almost impossible to get rid of completely. I was also shown the video unwittingly. At first I didn't know what was happening till the guy started moaning a shit ton. and you couldn't see the girl, but you could tell who the guy was, and you could see her legs. She was sitting on his lap. Everyone knows who the guy is as he always wears this fedora around school. He gets extremely upset if he can't wear it, so it's just easier to let him, and was wearing that hat in the video. He seems surprisingly unembarrassed about it. We just refer to him as the Michael Jackson kid, since he likes to wear clothes like the famous singer. My main concern is if the girl gets pregnant, because I'm pretty sure he didn't do the pull-out method, since well, she was sitting on it, literally, nor do I think he had access to condoms. Thanks for watching. Smash the like button. Subscribe for more. Leave a comment with your own not school stories.